Hi and hello my dear students. Welcome to my channel Max Tutor Vanmati. This video is based on class 10th new syllabus. No more fear for exam by following my videos. Today in 10th Max we are going to see the new unit 2, numbers and sequences. Already we have finished unit 1 completely. Now we are going to start this numbers and sequences. Here numbers and sequences they are given from 2.1 to 2.5 is your from numbers, and from 2.6 to 2.11 is your sequences. Under the heading sequences they have given these topics. Under the numbers section they have given these topics. Okay, first today we are going to start with introduction part. Okay, in unit 2 first we are going to see about Srinivasa Ramanujan. Okay, Srinivasa Ramanujan from 1887 to 1920. Okay, he was considered as the Indian mathematical genius. He was born in Erode in a poor family. He is considered as a child prodigy and he produced thousands of precious formulae that was preserved in the University of Madras. Next, he was the first research scholar in the Department of Mathematics, and he is also interested in number patterns, that is studying the patterns of numbers. Next, he produced some new results in analytical number theory, and he also written 30 important research papers and produced 3,972 formulas and theorems. Because of his contribution to number theory, he was made as Fellow of Royal Society. Okay, this was a basic introduction about Srinivasa Ramanujan. Next, we can go to the Unit 2, Numbers and Sequence Introduction. Next is Section 2.1 Introduction, Study of Numbers. Study of numbers is fascinated since several thousands of years by humans. Okay, next in your textbook, Lebombo and Ishango bones will be given in picture. Okay, these bones exist around 25,000 years ago. Humans made counting process for day-to-day needs. These two bones are used by humans for their counting process in their day-to-day needs. Next, these two bones are used as a lunar calendar for knowing the phases of moon and understanding the seasons. Okay, next, generally bones are considered as the ancient tool for counting by humans. Next, we are going to see about Euclid and Euclid's division lemma. Next, we are going to see section 2.2 Euclid's division lemma. Okay, before going to this lemma, just we can see about Euclid. Okay, Euclid is the father of geometry, and he wrote the book Elements. In 13 volumes they have written this Elements. In that, first 6 volumes were devoted to geometry, so he was called as the father of geometry. And next few volumes he contributed to understand the properties of numbers. One among them is the Euclid's division lemma. Okay, so this was the basic introduction about Euclid. Okay, in this, what is meant by lemma? Lemma is nothing but it is considered as a mini theorem. Okay, lemma is nothing but a mini theorem. So next we can move on to the Euclid's division lemma. Next is your Euclid's division lemma. Before going to that statement of this Euclid's division lemma, just we can see what is the Euclid's division lemma. Okay, consider any number. Okay, and this number should be a product of two numbers. Okay, here we are considering one number and that number is a product of these two numbers. Okay, then it will be having some remainder, either 0 or some other values other than 0. Okay, now just we can consider 8 as your number. Okay, 8, what all the ways we can write 8? 1 into 8, 8 into 1, 4 2s are 8, 2 4s are 8. These are the possibilities to write 8. Okay, let us consider 4 into 2. Okay, 4 2s are 8. Then you will getting 4 2s are 8. Then remainder will be 0. That is 8 plus 0. Your answer will be 8. Okay, next consider another number 9. Okay, Then same 4 into 2 is your 8. And what we are going to get number 9. So we are adding 1 to that number. Then you will get 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 1 you are 9. This was the basic concept behind the division lemma. So in the division lemma, what they are considering is, they are considering two B. Okay. Here A must be greater than B. A is greater than B. Okay. These two are the two positive integers. That's why I have taken here remainder as 0. 0 is your positive integer. Okay. Then there exists some unique integers as Q and R. Okay. Q is your quotient and R is your remainder. Okay. What they have given? Euclid's division lemma. So in division you will get quotient and remainder. Okay. Do you remember? Next, such that what condition they are giving is A is equal to BQ plus R. Okay. So see this format. This is your A. And the product of numbers is your B into Q. And what you are getting remainder as R. Clear? This is a statement of Euclid's division lemma. Just understand the concept. Later I will give you the statement. Okay. So A is equal to BQ plus B into Q plus R. This can be written as A is equal to BQ. This is the statement of the Euclid's division lemma. By considering the before taken example, you see the statement. Let A and B, that is A is greater than B, be two positive integers. A, B are your two positive integers. Then there exist unique integers Q and R. Q and R your quotient and remainders. Okay, such that A is equal to BQ plus R. Okay, here one more condition is given, that is this R value, that is your remainder value, may be 0 or other than 0 you will be having. That is your positive integers, means from 0 you will consider, not the negative values. And this R value should be less than the B value. Either it may be 0 or greater than 0, and it should be compulsory less than B only. Okay, clear? Okay. Next, by this we can use the division also. Okay, here what we have considered, 9 is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1. Clear? So this is your A and this is your B, this is your Q and this is your R. By the division, this number should be divided by this number. Clear? It is one more property is there, A by B. It divides A by B. Okay, so this is your A is your 9, and what is the divide? This is your 4. Okay, 4 2s are 8 and remainder 1. From this you can say this is your quotient and this is your remainder. Clear? And this is your divisor B. And what is the number to be divided? This is your A. Clear? So by this we can write 9 is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1. That is your 4 2s are 8 plus 1. You will get 9 is equal to 9. Okay, this is the format of Euclid's division lemma with this condition. Clear? By using this Euclid division lemma, we can see one problem. Section 2.2, example 2.1, we have 34 cakes. Each box can hold 5 cakes only. How many boxes we need to pack and how many cakes are unpacked? Okay, totally we have 34 cakes and only each box contains only 5 cakes. Now we have to find how many boxes we need to pack for this 34 cakes and how many cakes were unpacked. Okay, in this the highest number is your 34. So this is considered as your A. So A is equal to 34 and each box can hold only 5 cakes. Okay, this is considered as your B. Okay, B is equal to 5. By Euclid's division lemma, what is the Euclid's division lemma? A equal to BQ plus R. Here we know A value and B value. We are going to find this Q value and R value by using the condition A divides B. Okay, so you can divide this 34 by this 5. So when dividing, what you will get? 5 7 5 6 are 30. Clear? remainder is 4. So 6 is your quotient and 4 is your remainder. This can be written as A is your 34, B is your 5 into Q is your quotient is your 6 plus R is your 4. Remainder is your 4. From this we can say dividend is your 34. Okay, total number of cakes and number of cakes in each box 5. This is your divisor. Next the quotient is Q and remainder is R. So total number of cakes is 34. Number of cakes in each box is 5. And what they are asking, how many cakes we need to pack. So number of boxes we need to pack is 6. And how many cakes are unpacked? The cakes are unpacked. 4 cakes are unpacked. This can be written as we need to pack 6 boxes and 4 cakes are unpacked. Clear? By using Euclid's division lemma, by using this condition A by B, we are dividing and we are writing the quotient and remainder values. Okay? Clear? Next we can move on to the next problem. Next is your generalized form of Euclid's division lemma. The same lemma states only one difference is here 0 less than or equal to R less than modulus B. Okay? That is A and B two integers. There exists Q and R. There exists unique integers Q and R and the condition is A equal to BQ plus R and here R lies between 0 to modulus B.
I hope you all clear about today's video. Feel free to comment your doubts or just mail your doubts to me. Okay, I am there for you to rectify your doubts. If you like my channel, then subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you. Meet you soon in next video.